Everybody's awake now, right? How is everybody? Good afternoon. So we should get started. So let me introduce myself really quickly. I'm Supreet Manchanda. I'm from Raiven Capital, Toronto, Silicon Valley, Dubai. We have hubs everywhere. We build ecosystems. And this is really interesting because this is a topic that's dear to our heart, neobanking. But before I get into that, let me introduce you to Sarvjeet. So he's co-founder and chief managing director, big muckety muck, right, of Finvasia Group. Global conglomerate, 10 countries, fintech, investment banking, healthcare, and real estate. But most importantly, we're here to talk about the banking stuff today, right? So let's just jump into it. What is Neobank 3.0? Limitless banking? Wait a minute. Is that means you're going to charge me limitless fees also? Take it away, Sarvjeet.
Thanks, Supreet. Banking is always about fees, I guess. You know, it's just moving to that direction. But no, Neobank 3.0 is much beyond to what we have experienced so far. I mean, we are talking about neobanks, and then suddenly the banks were trying to be neobanks. And guess what? They both kind of moved into the whole space of one mobile app, one problem, one solution. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work because the ecosystem what we have built up right now has a lot more potential. But the way the journey started for them is kind of creating a bottlenecks for them. They're saying that how do we scale it up? And that's where the need of Neobank 3.0 is.
Yeah, but for everybody, what is a neobank?
Neobank is anything but a bank.
Anything but a bank.
Yeah, because you wanted to do everything within the whole ecosystem, but at the end of the day, you just don't want to go to the bank. Most of the people have the same problem. I'm happy to do everything on my mobile, but then I just don't want to make that move and go to the bank. Neobank gives you that entire power back on a mobile where you can do all your transactions. Say, for an example, payments, saving, spending, lending, even insurance, everything is on one tap, and that's what Neobank Future is.
So, you know, for my mother who's 85 years old and just started using a phone, she just figured out emojis. You're telling me it's going to be easy for her to do this?
I think let me add more. There are people with the age of 10 who can start off with the Neobank app and all the way till 85, absolutely. Everyone needs to have that access on the mobile. It's more customized. Why do I create something which is standard, which is something only for a particular demographic? It needs a lot more than that. And that's the convenience which it goes back by building these apps, which has Neobank, and exactly for any age, any experience, any demographics, that's the simple one solution.
But we have lots of banks, and we have lots of apps. Why do we need yet another one?
Because banks are not surviving. We have seen the model of banks being sustainable for so long. We have seen the biggies of the world, and then suddenly next day morning we say that it's gone. Because they are not evolving. They're still stuck with the legacy of doing the same thing again and again. They are not innovative. They are not disruptive. They're not looking for something which can give value to the client, to the end user, to the most customized solutions. It doesn't work. They're happy in their own legacy. That's where the future is.
So, but isn't that against, you want a bank to be secure, boring, you know, for a banker, you're wearing a very nice suit, which no banker I know is ever going to wear, you know? I'm wearing a tie, which is unusual because I never wear ties. But if you think about boring and non-innovative, why do you think you'll survive? Because all the innovative banks, Silicon Valley Bank, First Republic, look what's happening. They're getting taken over by regulators. They're getting discombobulated and becoming part of bigger banks. Is that really going to be what's going to happen? Or are you creating a new wave of something?
Absolutely. So the Neobank 3.0, what we are talking about, is a massive change. Let's talk about the tech stack. You know, there is huge, for example, India digital stack, we've all heard about it. The UPIs of the world, the account aggregators, the Aadhaars, you know, these are the technology stacks which we have built up. But guess what? These are blueprints. This is the concept which was created. Now we are talking about the use cases. For example, we are offering credit on the UPI. Those final individual tech stack Everyone has the right to have access to what I want. These are more customized. These are more digital financial footprints which we all have created, and we deserve to get what is more beneficial for me, what is more relevant for me, and not something which a bank says that's a fixed deposit, take it or leave it. We need more. That's the demographic we are moving on. That's the number of people which are more up saying, I want my way. And that's the neobank.
So let me understand this. For those of us who are not technology people, you're saying that you can create a system that will create personalization, so my tech stack or the back end will be unique to me, and yet you'll be able to manage it seamlessly? Isn't that like a little bit of a euphoric problem?
So I think we are all used to with the accessibility. Everything is accessible. But guess what? It's not usable. The whole idea to create Neobank is the usability, which have to go back in the hand of users. We have built the ecosystem, we have talked about it for so long, but now the use cases will drive the future of the neobank.
Give me an example of a use case.
Use cases like your mother, 85-year-old. I'm sure she would be happy doing things, and suddenly the whole digital world comes in and she's more happy to do mobile. My father does more purchase digitally than me. He's more tech savvy when it comes to making these transactions. India so far is great when it comes to internet base. We are almost around 850 million who is talking about using the internet. But guess what? Only 7% people are using the transactions. So that's a huge gap. In China, it is almost 25%, if I'm not wrong. And in US, it's 15%. So look at the transactions, even if we are boosting so great about the UPIs, but the way from here to the actual milestone, to the actual usability is much larger. And these neobank app is what the ultimate solution is.
So you talk about India. So let's talk about that. What is unique about India that's got you so excited?
I think India has an absolutely great public infrastructure in a sense. The India stack, which we talk about, the identity, payments, and data, which gives a huge opportunity. And the neobank is not just for India. We need to understand. There is a whole horizon which evolves from here to global. We're talking about global payments right now, right? These transactions, I'm sitting, and UPI, you must have heard, we have already started introducing in Singapore, India. These NRIs can make these transactions. So what we are talking about is the basic infrastructure is there. All we have to do is start getting into more individual transaction-based, more individual, tech stack, which will then create my way, my solutions. And that whole data point is available in India right now. Let's talk about simple, the AI. We say that artificial intelligence is the future, but artificial intelligence is driven by the right data points. And if you look at the demographics, we are so happy to be back on mobile. The millennials of the world, the demographics which we have in India is the absolute consumption based. All we need to start giving them more access to the investments, to the digital lending, to creating more personalized financial solutions, and it gives them a lot more power to do.
So does that allow different services to be mixed and matched, or is this going to be one company doing one thing?
I think it's going to complement each other. That's the whole relevance of the neobank is, if I am doing a payment, can I create my futuristic predictive investments? Can I create a budgets which can help me access that, okay, I started off with this, where am I right now? So all these analytical tools will eventually give the right information to the retail client. And it could be anybody. Say for an example, I keep coming back to your mother, and don't take me wrong for that, but with all due respect, she also wants to have control. That's the whole side of it. Money is an absolute product where the input and output, both is money. So at the end of the day, all you have to do is give the user more accessibility, more power, more customized solutions to say, you take control of it, you drive it.
But if you talk about my mother and everybody's mother like this, who's older, simplicity is a really important thing. Security and simplicity. How do you ensure those two things? Because she's also fearful of losing her money. and yet she wants it easy because she can't remember more than 4 steps, you know.
Yeah, so I think two sides what you're referring to. Simplicity naturally comes with when you're creating these solutions, they have to be very simple. Anybody with the age of 10 to 85, 90, they just want to make it 1, 2, 3, done. That's it. That's how simple the neobank apps are. And that's where they are creating the disruption and differentiation with the traditional banking. When it comes to the security side, I think we've been blessed in a very regulated space. You know, in our case as well, you know, we own an investment bank in Mauritius. We also own financial intermediary licenses. And in India, we also run in a capital market and an NBFC. So I think once the regulatory framework, you know, for example, in UAE as well, these regulatory framework gives you a huge advantage to innovate and create more. And naturally, it gives a sense of security. So I think for us, when we have access to all these regulatory frameworks, neobank is an absolutely next step and the right way to move in that space.
All right, so what does the future hold for you guys?
Future holds very good. I think what we're really looking forward is to probably start off with India as a neobank, and then the aspirations are surely to take it more global. See, we need to understand that this product is not country specific. This product is not individual specific. This product is for everyone who has access to money and wants to do right things with their money. The neobank app has to drive it.
Interesting. In ending, I think we're going to show you a video that'll kind of help you kind of synthesize this and have a better idea of how what they're doing becomes real in your life. Better click it.
Can I?
Okay, can somebody start the video? There we go.
Imagine financial technology so cutting edge, it shakes us out of this world of one problem, one app, one solution, into a world where technology is so pervasive and open source that it is seamlessly interoperable. A world where technology stacks talk to each other to create personalized micro-tech stacks just for you. A world which would allow agile AI to not just analyze and categorize, but also synthesize personal and relatable solutions which matter to your life. A world which makes financial tools not just accessible, but usable, where one solution cuts across multiple financial problem statements. Whether it's saving, lending, investing, payments, or even securing. A world where one unified solution speaks your language and moves in step with you, not just today, but tomorrow and beyond. A world in which financial possibilities are limitless and have the potential to ignite the imagination of 500 million people, empowering each one to reach out and take control of their financial future just the way they envision it. Neobank 3.0, the future of fintech is freedom, from the visionaries of Finvasia.
Thank you so much. Thank you, audience, for taking care.